Welcome, everyone. I'm Althea Provost, host of InnerTV, bringing a special otherworldly broadcast with our guest, children's book author Carolyn Wagner, launching her first book series, New World Girls, who come from a community of diverse planets in a galaxy far, far away. Tune in to learn about 5 cross-cultural supergirls and their mascot, Elipup, who have been sent on a mission from Transform U, their school in the sky, to help people of planet Earth solve problems. Welcome, Carolyn, to InnerTV.
Thanks, Althea. I'm so happy to be here. This is exciting.
It is exciting. Everyone knows I love to go on Starseed Adventures. Your book opens with Earthling Stella, who is watching the skies with confidence, guided by her intuition, because Stella knows this is a time for ushering in girl consciousness. Tell us about New World Girls and their special powers.
I'd love to. I'm so in love with these girls. New World Girls is a collective of, they all come from different planets but the same galaxy. And they're on a vision quest here to come to planet Earth and to test out their tools and techniques and to help all the people on planet Earth. And there's one part of the book that I just might read, and I can go back to sum it up. Here we go. The New World Girls, as they're on their mission, and this is in the middle of the book already, but just to start it off and give a little insight to the girls. The New World Girls pull out their unique tools to seek guidance. Maria lights a candle, which magically multiplies into 10, providing all the light they need. Mudra puts a purple crystal on the ground, which grows to be 10 feet tall, giving them all a warm feeling of safety as they walk into a strange new place. Mika sits on a rock until the presence of a compassion-friendly being appears behind her, floating, offering a prayer of protection, and then disappears. Monica hugs a tree and declares the forest is her friend. And Maya is not sure about her unique tool yet because she's still worried about retrieving her spaceship from the department store. And where this leads is they're trying to save their wonderful mystical mascot, Elipup. And so they're gifted with some beautiful tools, and it's going to be a little harder when they come to planet Earth to remember how to use this because it's so easy back home. And if I look at each character, they're all unique and they all have their special tools. So Maria lighting a candle that multiplies into 10 is really much, she comes from ancient Mayan ancestry, and she's about connecting to spirits and angelic realm and fairies, and can really connect into that magic and wonder, and allows to other people to help connect into that space. If I look at Mudra, who puts a big crystal on the ground, which is a purple amethyst, and she's all about the crystal kingdom, and she connects so much with La Luna, which is the moon. The moon is about emotions and feelings and waves and rhythms, and that's where she can really connect with the crystals and the rhythms and the waves and emotions, so she's here to bring that forth. Then we have Mika, who's actually the youngest of the entire group. Mika is yet the wisest, and she embodies just compassion and diplomacy and great gentle care for everyone, and brings always such a calm and peaceness and joy to anybody who's around her.
And I like how Mika, who represents the Nepali Vietnamese background, she sits on a rock to really meditate and bring in that compassionate protection all around her and all around everyone else.
Absolutely. And that's why she's always the quiet one in the back, and she's always so connected and usually never disturbed. But that's her way of connecting and then feeling her strength.
And we can also say that her superpower is she levitates.
She does levitate, and she can really be connected in that realm of being connected into oneness. Then we have Monica, who is just this fire, and she loves the forest, and she loves trees and animals and creatures, and she's all about nature. She's an advocate for nature, and she comes from Nordic and European and Native American roots, and she's here to help the planet and to speak up for the planet. That's her calling, and she feels most comfortable in nature, and maybe more so in trees and nature rather than even with people. But that's her journey of learning, how to be with one another and really to express how important nature is.
I love Monica because she hugs trees, but she's also cool. She's a shapeshifter. Tell us about that.
Well, she also shapeshifts into a raven and a wolf. So where she comes from, it's easy to transmit and to shapeshift into these other animals, and they're very, very powerful animals. One that runs on the earth and another one that flies in the sky. So the wolf is grounded, and the raven is connected to going into different realms, and this helps her get to other places when she shapeshifts, and also helps her being connected to all the creatures on planet Earth.
Tell us about Maya.
Maya is absolutely adorable. She comes from ancient Asian heritage, and she is all about gadgets and tech and is really connected in that world, and it's second nature to her, or first nature. But it also comes from, she's connected to patterns. She sees things differently. There's symbols and patterns, and that translates to whether it's geometry or geometric forms and shapes, or if it's just even symbols and shapes that she sees in a cloud or on wallpaper, but they're always messages, so she's quite connected. So it's about balancing, the left and the right hemisphere of the brain and being connected. You still can be very intelligent, but at the same time also grounded in your heart. So she also helps the part of, seeing the differences between love versus fear. And her beautiful tool is an orodometer, which is the polarity of seeing positive and negative wherever she goes, and she can help people with that.
You left us in the book with her being unsure of some of her things. Is that to come?
That's totally to come, absolutely. Because it's really hard. All the girls needed to come. They all need their spaceships in order to go on their next mission or to go back home, and hers was left in the store. So she's still left a little ungrounded and not sure what to do because she's still very worried about the past of what's going on and not being able to be really here to understand what she can use and how she can use her powers.
Carolyn, please tell us about the collective energy of universal girl consciousness. What does that mean?
You know what, Althea? It is really, we're all one. We're all the same. We all come from unbelievable, beautiful places, and yet we're all the same. So I really feel today, more than ever, and it'll move forward in the future, that it's an awareness. It's a universal awareness that we all come from different places. We're all the same, and we're all connected, and we're all one. And I think it goes to, even if you look at all the characters have an M, and they start with an M. And if you take that M and you draw it and connect the bottom of each M and around a circle, it becomes a star. And it's just to show that we're all connected. So it's being aware, doing this differently. How do we feel? How can we do this better? How can we do it with intention and mindfulness? How can we play? How can we tap into that unknown and create and create lives that are just spectacular and glorious? And where's that magic and wonder and fun? And I think that is what represents universal girl consciousness, and it's about all of us coming together and doing that together.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize about the M. And I like how your earthling, Stella, she's waiting for these girls. She's so confident. She's using her dream time to remember these girls are coming from the planet, and she's looking out for them.
She's totally looking for them. And I agree with you, Althea. I have goosebumps right now. It's like Stella knows. She's 8 years old, but she totally knows when they were stars. No, they're a little funny. They're coming. They're doing something very different, and they're dancing very, very funny. But she's extremely grounded. And Stella, her name is Stars also. So she's so connected to stars, and she knows that something really special is occurring because she does. She taps into dream time, and she has these dreams that gives her just different insights, and so she knew they were coming, and she knew what they were, and she believes it so much, and she couldn't wait to meet the girls as they land.
Will Stella become a super talented, connected star being?
We don't know yet what Stella is going to be doing. There's a lot of adventures of some of the girls on their own, some of them together. But I think her connecting, she'll come back in a couple different stories, but her connecting, we'll have to see what unfolds for Stella and how much this connects with her. But I think right now what is so important is that she's here. She can help them on the Earth right now because she knows this planet so well that it's really going to be a nice interaction between the two and from these different planets.
Well, I don't know about you, audience, but I think that you need to write Carolyn and let her know whether you think Stella should become super mystical, that she should get her own spaceship and be able to travel to the stars too, and that she would be guided by the Galactic Guidance Council. Don't you think that would be fun?
I can't wait to hear what the kids say, and actually I think it would be really fun too.
Right. I got chills on that, and I'd also like to know, audience, when you read the book, let Carolyn know who your favorite character is. Do you have more than one, and why?
Yeah, I can't wait for all the young girls to read the book around the world, and I can't wait to hear what they love, which character they love, and what they want to hear more of.
As the girls are going through their adventure here on Earth for the first time, each being unique, what was the outcome that you wanted these girls to experience? What's their point of view, having traveled far into the stars and come back?
That coming here to planet Earth, it is very different. And how to see what that is and what that means. And I think these journeys are going to be how to emerge in current situations. So it's fantasy and folklore, but yet grounded in some real-world situations and how they can use their special powers to understand how they can help or bring any kind of awareness within the Earth today.
Have you planned in the series going forward that more of these girls are going to develop even extrasensory skills, having been on Earth and having traversed some Earth adventures?
Oh, definitely. I've got almost eight books written. We've got a lot of different stories, but they grow more into their own power. And I think this is the quest of getting more deeply rooted into who they are and what they can do here within just the strength and the amazingness of each character.
At this time, I want to invite you into the hot seat, and it's to answer a few questions. Are you willing and ready?
I'm willing and ready, Althea.
What's on your nightstand? Any books?
Any books? Yes. I'm currently reading Blue Mountain, the card company that was created here in Boulder, and their journey into creating their company. I also have Lama Soltrum, a beautiful book from her that is about the 5 dakinis.
I have that book as well. Do you have any crystals or candles?
Definitely have some candles, crystals. I have a quartz crystal, which I love, Althea, which we did a trip together with in Arkansas, and that was just so fun to do the crystal dig. And I have one of those by my nightstands. I also have amethyst right by for calming. I just try to keep it a very clean and sparse space.
I had to bring in the purple crystal for Mudra, your character Mudra. Do you have a favorite character and why?
It's really hard. I would say there's one part of me that I love Monica just because I am a nature girl, just hands down. I love the nature. I need to go for a hike in the mountains. I'm so grateful to be living in Colorado. When I was a kid and I grew up, we had a lot next to where our house was, and it had a lot of pine trees, and that was my happy place. I'd go just by myself walking around and just be fully content. And so I love nature. That's how I connect. That's where I see the beauty. That's where I can calm down. And just every day getting a picture of, a raven flying by or a hawk or an eagle or the deer. And so I really like that. However, there's a part in my heart of every single one of these girls that I absolutely love and that I resonate with.
I couldn't pick one. I liked Mudra because I think her moon pendant is very cool. It's very Athenian. I like how she can deflect everyone's attention. And the fact that she has a purple crystal, which I had to bring, and I'm holding in my hand right now into this conversation, that she uses that purple crystal in the ground for safety. I thought that was super cool. What could you tell us about Elipup and his special powers?
Elipup is definitely their little mystical mascot, and he is just the cutest thing in the world, and he's always there with them. And he's It's really lovely. So these are all cross-cultural supergirls coming from multi-cultures, and yet Elipup is also a cross-cultural creature, and being more or less half a elephant and a puppy. And with his trunk, he can definitely also smell out fear for the girls, and he also can just notice different things and give them a sense of where to go. And they're just a trusted friend that is always with them. Just gives them absolute comfort and also some very curiosity and great joy to be with.
Maybe some of our audience would like to know what your writing energy preference is. Do you like sugar, salt, or tea or coffee?
Usually I'm always a coffee girl, but guess what? Today I did Earl Grey tea. I needed to be more grounded. It's so funny. And I used to be a tea drinker. I never drank coffee, but I kind of got on this coffee thing because I love waking up and full of charge. It's interesting. I'm more of a salt girl, so I like crunchy things. And if I do sweets, it'll be just one little something at the end of the day.
Did you write this book in Colorado?
This book, no. This original book I wrote in Chicago, a couple other ones, and then we have more and more that I've written here in Colorado.
We're both Coloradoans, so for everyone out there, hello. What's the best reaction you've had from a reader so far?
I really think the little girls are just loving the characters. They seem to gravitate, and they're like, oh my God, this is me. And like, no, that's me. And they really gravitate to the characters. They love Elipup. They love the adventure. They love that they come from different planets. They're very intrigued. They love to learn about the different crystals, and they love the adventure. So what I've found so far is I can't wait for the second book.
I agree. If you had to share anything about this bigger vision you have for New World Girls, what would that be?
It's huge. The bigger vision for New World Girls is having a series of books addressing so many things of what's going on today, but having it in myth and fantasy and honoring different cultures and tribes and going to adventures of different places where we can really highlight and honor all people. And I see also in multisensory products of apps and games, of different tools and techniques where we can really help the young ones of what they really need and how to do, team building within the game, even workshops. And I think there's so many great organizations out there. So how great would it be to have more materials out there that can connect to all of these great organizations? We're just in service of helping all the young girls.
And to have New World Girls as a medium as well. I know that Carolyn personally does not think small. She thinks large. And I would like to invite the audience to learn more about Carolyn and her work. To do so, please visit www.newworldgirls.com. Links are provided below.
Thank you, Althea. You're the most precious, most wonderful, and I always enjoy connecting with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Until next time, everyone. Bye for now.